The area of a side of a box is 120 square centimeter. The area of the other side of the box is 72 square centimeter. If the area of the upper surface of the box is 60 square centimeter, then find the volume of the box. Alright, so let's visualize this question. So we have a box over here. So the box looks something like this. Alright, and we are given that the area of a side of a box is 120 square centimeter. So let's take this side over here. Let's take this side and I'll draw this side over here. Let's say that this is the L of this length of this side and this is the breadth of this side. And we are given that the area of the side of the box is 120 square centimeters. So area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Alright, so L into B. And area is given to us as 120. So 120 is equals to L into B. Alright. Now area of the other side of the box is 72 square centimeter. Let's take another side now. Let's take this side now. Now we have assumed this as L and this as breadth. All right. So now if this is breadth, then this side is parallel to breadth, so this will also be equals to B. All right. And let's assume that this side is let's say H. All right, so I'll draw the box over here. We have this side as H and this is B. All right, now question is telling me the other side is 72 square centimeter. So area of the other rectangle is length. So instead of length, I'll write H into B. And this area is given to us as 72. So 72 is equals to H into B. If the area of the upper surface of the box is 60 square centimeter, now there is this upper surface of the box, this upper surface of the box. I'll just draw it over here. So this is the upper surface, and now this side over here is parallel to height. Okay, so I'll draw it like this. So this side is parallel to H. So this will also be equals to H, right? And this side over here, I'll draw it here. So this side over here is parallel to L. So this will also be equals to L. So now we get for this rectangle, we get this as L and breadth as H, right? And the question is telling me area here of the third rectangle is 60. So 60, and this is equals to length into height. So 60 is equals to length into height. Alright, so this much is clear. I hope this much is clear. We need the volume of the box. Now, what is the formula to calculate volume of any cuboid? The formula is length into breadth into height, right? So in order to get the volume, we need to find out the value of L, B and H. So what we'll do here is now so let's call this as A1, this as A2, and this is A3. All right, and we'll multiply A1, A2 and A3 and see what we get. So A1 into A2 into A3 here will be L into B into H into B into L into H. All right, so we get, there are two L's, so we get L square. There are two B, so we get B square. And there are two H, so we get H square. Now instead of writing it like this, I'll just write L into B into H whole square, right? And over on the left hand side, A1 is 120, A2 is 72 into 72, and A3 is 60 into 60. All right. Now, if you observe it, L into B into H is same as the volumes formula, right? So L into B into H. So this is what we have to find out. So instead of L into B into H, I'll just write V square. All right. And this is equals to 120 into 72 into 60. Now taking square root on both the sides, we get rid of this square and add a square root on the left hand side. So we get volume as, now we'll have to simplify these values a little bit in order to get the square root value. So what I'll do is, instead of writing 122, I'll just write 60 into 2, right? This is the same as 120, right? 60 into 2 is 120. Now instead of writing 72, I'll just write 9 into 8. Okay, why am I doing this? You'll get this in a moment. Okay, so 9 into 8 is 72. Now instead of writing 8, I'll just write 4 into 2, right? and I'll just write 60 as it is. Now why did I do this? Because now we can get the square roots of these values. So we get volume as, now there are two 60s, so that means 60 square. So getting rid of the square root, we get 60. There are two 2's, right? So getting rid of square root, we get only 1 2, and square root of 9 is 3, and square root of 4 is 2. So we get 60 into 2 into 3 into 2, and after calculating this we get 720, and this is our required answer. So here option C, 720 centimeter cube, is our required answer.